All right, everyone, how's it going? Hope you're well. May the 15th, we are playing for this little beauty against Chelsea. It'll be our 5th time in the final. 4 times we've been a bridesmaid, never walked up that aisle as a bride to collect this trophy. So hopefully this time we can do it. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to go back in time. Back in time, 72 years to 1949, our very first cup final. It was the 68th Cup final, FA Cup final, and it took place on the 30th of April, 1949 at Wembley Stadium. It was played against Wolves, of course, as we all know, in front of a crowd of 98,920 fans. They were rammed in like sardines, they really were. Wolves had finished 6th in the First Division that season, bolstered by several England internationals among their ranks. Leicester had narrowly avoided relegation from the Second Division, not from the First Division, from the Second Division, and they were making their first Wembley appearance ever in their club history. Leicester had played 8 games on the way to the final, including 3 games against Birmingham. They had to go to 2 replays in the 3rd round, and they had to play 2 games against Luton in the 5th round. The first game ended 5-5, and the replay ended 5-3. 18 goals in 2 games. The strikers had an absolute field day back then, but we got through. I won't say comfortably, but it weren't a very good day for the defenders. Great day for the strikers. We played in the semi-final. We played Portsmouth, who were red-hot favourites for the league and cup double. But we went there to Highbury and we beat them 3-1. Whereas Wolves only played 6 games. The teams were introduced to the late Prince Philip before the game. The Queen Elizabeth wasn't even the Queen then. It was still 4 or 5 years away from her coronation. She was in the crowd watching, but it was Prince Philip that got introduced to the 2 teams. Leicester wore the blue shirts and white shorts, and Wolves wore their old kit, their normal kit, gold shirts and black shorts. Nothing changes. It's their kit is still exactly the same, I think, with just a slight little alterations. The captains on the day were Norman Plummer for Leicester and the great Billy White of Wolves, who won 105 caps for England. It just shows how football has changed. Out of the 22 players that were playing, 18 were English and 4 were Scottish. So there was no international players back then, no foreigners from over the water or anything like that. It was just UK players, it really was. Wolves started well and they took the lead in the 13th minute through Jesse Pye, who had been preferred to Dennis Wilshaw. Leicester kept Wolves at bay until almost half-time when Pye again collected the ball in the penalty area with his back to goal after the Foxes had struggled to clear a corner and turned round to slam it home to make his second. And at the break, Leicester were 2-0 down. And then, on the 47th minute, this happened.
With Leicester 2 down at half-time, few of the 100,000 crowd thought they could ever stage a comeback. But they reckoned without little Mal Griffiths. With the ball seemingly tied to his feet, he runs through the Wolves' defence like kids through a sweet shop. A pass to Chisholm. Goalie Williams parries the inside forward shot, but Griffiths is there to send it back into the back of the net.
There we go. Mal Griffiths made it 2-1, 2 minutes after the second half started. When he ran through like a kid in a sweet shop. A kid in a sweet shop? Who used commentary like that? A kid in a sweet shop. Within minutes, though, they believed they were level, only for a narrow offside decision to rule out Leicester's second goal. So it was still 2-1. If it'd been the old VAR, I think it would have been given as a goal. It was that close. Unfortunately, Sammy Smythe for Wolves quickly turned the game around when he picked the ball up in the centre and drove through the Leicester defence, hitting a ball low into the far corner and making it 3-1 to Wolves to clinch the cup for their 3rd time in their history. It was their first major trophy. It was the first of 5 major trophies that they would win under Stan Cullis. And unfortunately, that was the end of Leicester's first visit to the Twin Towers. I would just like to thank Leicester City Programmes for the photos and my mate Nobby from Lineker's for the trophy. Please like and comment on this video. Part 2 will be out tomorrow when we look at the 1961 Cup final. Cheers all. Come on, you Foxes.